For our sixth school checking in with us today is Truman State University. The Bulldogs finished third in conference play in 2019 with a 5-2 mark. They were 10-2 overall. While they won the West Division this past spring with a 3-0 record, the GLVC preseason poll just released. The coaches have picked Truman to finish third once again. Gregg Nesbitt begins his 12th season on the sidelines in Kirksville. He's joined today by sophomore running back Cody Schrader and defensive tackle Robert Greco. Gentlemen, welcome, and I know you're excited to get the season underway. Coach, let's begin with a few opening comments about your Bulldogs team.
Really excited. You know, I don't just say that. I don't even know how many years I've coached, 42, 43 now. They kind of run together, and I don't think it ever gets old. We've navigated a spring season. I was really interested to see the turnaround of your football team, and I think they're resilient and they're tough-minded folks, and they've done a really good job with a quick turnaround and getting their bodies prepared and ready to go here for hopefully an outstanding fall season.
Coach, let's talk about 25 starters returning overall, which is the most out of all 8 league teams this fall. Of the 25, 9 come back on offense, and talk about how the offense is shaping up with you and your 2-time All-GLVC running back sitting next to you, Cody, as well as the reigning GLVC Freshman of the Year, Nolan Hare.
Well, our offense is really over the last 2 campaigns, fall of 19 and last spring, they've averaged 35, 36 points a game. And with a strong nucleus back, we're very hopeful to not only pick up where they left off, but actually improve upon that. We think the pieces are there, and it's up to us to figure out a way to get that done, stay healthy, navigate whatever's thrown at us here in terms of off the field with COVID and those types of things, and go from there.
Cody, you're coming off of 3 100-plus yards games this spring, which earned you a second straight All-GLVC selection. Do you feel you can carry that momentum into the fall with such a quick turnaround and a full slate of games?
Yeah, I think definitely so, especially our O-line starting to improve. I think that 4-game season was really important for them to start gelling as a new unit. And then we lost our veteran, Jacob Van Dorn, but Joe Fanning is there and probably real big guy. I'm real excited to see what he can do for us. He's like 6'8", 300 pounds, really big dude. So yeah, I think it was just that is what's going to carry us and carry our offense is our O-line and how they gel and how they can dominate up front. And I'm really excited about them. Have a ton of confidence in them to let us do our thing. Let me run. Let Nolan Hare throw and make plays. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Coach, a decorated defense returns to Truman this season as 5 of the 10 returning defensive starters earned all-conference honors this spring, including Robert next to you. How is the Bulldogs defense shaping up as you get started with camp and that all-star cast?
Well, we've traditionally been pretty strong over the last several years, but of the 3 phases, offense, defense, and kicking game, I think our defense has the most question marks. We're still a work in progress, particularly at the safety position. So for our Bulldog fans, keeping an eye on that segment, who shakes out, who continues to improve and step up, and hopefully we can pick up with Gregg and our front to continue to slow down guys like Cody, at least giving our offense an opportunity to be successful. So we've got a little work to do there, but we certainly have the players and the ability to put together a good unit.
Robert, you were one of 3 Truman defensive linemen to pick up all GLVC accolades in the spring after finishing with 2.5 sacks, 3.5 tackles for loss in a 4-game span. How do you feel your performance in the spring has set you up for this fall?
I feel like my performance has really been a stepping stone for me right now. I can admit that I wasn't at the best shape possibly. I can admit that there were times when I was tired, and there was times when my play wasn't at the height of its abilities. But reflecting on that, I've worked my butt off in the summer. I've lost weight. I have a new mindset to be even more determined to make even more noise coming into this fall season, so I can show everybody in the GLVC that I can play at the highest level.
Coach, you're setting a league high with your 6 returning special team starters. It's nice to know that you have specialists on both sides of the unit that will be led with all types of experience and qualities. Give us your thoughts on your special teams.
Yeah, well, Joshua Schrader is one of the better place kickers in the country, and he's a backup punter. He's a really good punter as well. And Taylor Cornish, who handles the punting duties, both have been first team or all-league performers. And Casey Wojciechowski, I think the only position we don't have a all-league opportunity right now is for a long snapper. We talked about that earlier this morning as coaches that will probably rectify that, but he's arguably one of the better long snappers in the league. So we do feel very, very good about that. You've got a kick returner in Jalen Jefferson, who's been an all-league performer back there and a really good running back in his own right. And so we've got the pieces there. We've got good folks. We feel good about that piece of the puzzle.
Talk about your schedule a little bit. You have 4 non-conference matches of games this year before opening up with the 2019 GLVC champions in Lindenwood, and then you end with the spring champions UIndy. What stands out to you most about your schedule this year?
The non-league schedule I love. I don't love the trips, the length of a couple of them, but they're all 4 quality opponents. I think they're exactly the type of teams that all of us would enjoy playing. They're regional matchups, which I like seeing different parts of the country. I like these guys being exposed to different parts, seeing different styles of football, and seeing how the GLVC matches up. I think all those are important things. And, to that point, the GLVC, I believe, was right at 500 as a league and competing against the GMAC, the GLIAC, the Lone Star, the Gulf South, the Mountain East. Off the top of my head, in 2019, as coaches, we take great pride in that. And one of the only D2 conferences in the country that I believe was 500. So we'll be tremendously excited about those matchups. They're all good football teams, and you could win every one of them and you could lose every one of them, and that's how it should be.
Cody, Coach, Robert, thanks for joining us here on GLVC SN, and best of luck to you this season.